Good day, everybody. Welcome back. It's another episode of the Outside Looking In. We got two guests today, Obi and Amici. First of all, I have to apologize for the mad hiatus. We've been out. Very, 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 very sorry about that. I had a training that lasted for close to a week plus, so it was it was mad intense. So we couldn't stream this together. My apologies. We'll try and find a way around those sorts of things. Before, with no further ado, Ugo is on that side, Tiara is on the other. I remain JxB. Let's get into it. It's the outside looking in.
Don't be angry. Don't be angry. I'm jet lagged. It would be nice if I have like a cocktail right now.
You're welcome.
Tiara, we saw you.
Hello.
Happy New Year. We saw you there. You went back out. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I think she's muted.
Mhm.
After plenty years of using technology, that's still something I fall for. Hello, everyone. Hi.
Welcome.
So we have a guest tonight. Obi is in the tech space, stays in Alberta, Canada.
Hello. Hi.
You already know Tiara. You
Why are you
already
thinking
know
of?
Ugo. We may have smoke.
Cyberspace? Tech space, not cyberspace.
Just be claiming me and my
Sorry.
circle. No.
You're in money space, Abi. Not
That's all.
tech, in money space.
You know this. You know this.
Oh, well, that's a good space to be.
That's
I
only
want to be in the money
My
what I
space.
know.
God, you got that right. The money space. That's
No,
the
it's,
only
it's,
place. That's the only space that actually makes sense. And trust to be Tiara be in that space.
Side note to the Canadians here. Canadians here. Yes, I'm sorry. So are you people still going to be watching the ball? What's going on? Talk to me.
We're
Also,
Talk to
watching
me.
now.
stuff about our country. It's not because we allow people to watch it. We will turn off the internet. Nobody will come to the country anymore. Don't be annoying us. Don't annoy us. So
Talk, talk to me. How does it feel now?
if you talk to me,
Is the wound still raw?
Kanye to
There's
off
no wound.
There's no wound.
Wound? What are you talking about? It's quarterfinals. Can't expect to get this far.
Exactly.
Come on.
As
we
in,
did though.
Come on. I
I
mean,
think
it's
we
not
were
ice hockey.
exactly
Like this year we made a lot of investment in soccer, football. Because I don't know if you want to stress me. We made a lot of investments in football over the last 4 years that you can now see the improvements. But also, it's not as much of the investment we make in ice hockey or like in basketball or baseball. But we're getting there. Surely, slowly but surely. We invented basketball. I'm not even
It's
sure
James Naismith, Canadian.
what?
James Naismith, isn't he the one credited with is it Canadian?
I think he's
Ah.
Canadian. Yeah. I think it is. Yeah. I think there's some history.
But side, I want to hear. You said there's no wound. What do you mean by there's no wound?
Because to be honest, I didn't have expectations. I didn't have any expectations. No, because do you know that this year was the first, we celebrated our first win at all in any World Cup ever. First win.
Yeah, this is true. But when when you play like that, I think you win 2 games, then expectations come now.
No,
You can't deny it.
If you don't drink, if you don't drink and you're sober, then no expectation, man.
Okay.
You just chill.
Okay.
I think they went
Yeah,
way
actually,
beyond
they
expectations.
they went beyond expectations.
Yeah.
So crying out loud. Knockout football.
Hmm.
Come on. Even Nigeria that has been playing is supposed to be more
Second round.
ingrained
Second
in the
round.
game. think
Have we ever gotten second
we
round? We did
okay,
second round.
second round though.
Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria second round. That's it. Not gone beyond that.
Who knocked us out in that second round?
A few people. France have knocked Nigeria out. Denmark,
Oh yeah. I
Italy,
think I remember
France,
Denmark. Yeah.
Italy in 94, Denmark in 98. In 2002, I don't think they got to knockout round. They didn't qualify in 06, did they? 2010 in South Africa, they didn't get there. 14, France knocked them out in Brazil, I think. It's been up and down. It's not been a good time. It's not been a good time.
It never been we been in it up.
African teams always underperforming. Well, besides Morocco, and they don't see themselves as African.
No, but this year in the World Cup, they did good. Like a couple of people did good.
Mm,
Like
mm.
almost every game with African teams, there was something like, oh, this guy is good to it. This guy is good to it. But
When you say
in the end,
wait, when you say they did good, is that a measure of the expectations that we have for African teams? Because if let me throw a random team randomly, if France should play like an African team and they get knocked out like the African teams, nobody's going to say they did good. Is it
of
because we
course,
don't expect them to do good? Then they now
of
got to this
course,
place. Oh yeah, we did
yes,
good.
yeah,
Like the class
yeah,
dummy who doesn't know anything, and then all of a
yes,
sudden he answers
yes,
10 plus 11
yes,
instead of 10 plus 10.
yes,
Okay.
yes. But it's not the class dummy because the class dummy is just not intelligent. It's a class dummy because he lives in a neighborhood that has no lights. He doesn't have soccer boots. You get that kind of thing. There's no investment. There's no system that is fostering people. People are just diving
Winging it.
headfirst into the concrete to go and meet these dreams and trying. You get so
Do
you
you
have to be
like
realistic
might
about
be
it.
generalizing the Nigerian experience with Africa in general? Because like when you say Africa, keep in mind that you're also talking about Algeria, you're talking about Cote d'Ivoire, you're talking about Senegal. These people have like
South Africa.
they
But
made
even
yep,
those,
there's just
even
South
them,
Africa. They've made some investments in soccer or football.
some, some,
Again, Brazil,
like
if you want to
relative.
compare, if you really want to compare, Brazil also has made some investment in soccer and have come out on top. And if you compare the amount of money Brazil has invested in soccer, you wouldn't see like a major difference in what like a South Africa has invested in soccer. Right. So
Huh?
like, no, you wouldn't see a major difference. How much does Brazil have? They owe
Brazil and South
Brazil.
Africa.
Yeah.
No, but I know that.
I'm saying the money amount. I'm not really saying like, oh, how much
Mm.
they pay. I'm saying
No,
like
but
the dollar amount investment that they have made in soccer. That's what we're going to because you're saying they didn't have light and they didn't have soccer boots. Is their reason for why they are a failure in life? No, it's
no,
not only that.
no. Apart from the dollar amount, right? When I say soccer boots, I'm talking about like a system in country that is that had like you have feeder teams, you have academies in every state, you have that kind of thing. That kind of thing doesn't exist in Nigeria. It doesn't exist in most places in Africa. But I remember reading the book Peller's autobiography like years ago, right? And even then, when I was young, like got things from that book that there is a very, very dense club kind of thing going on in Brazil. Like he was talking about youth clubs, Santos Youth Club, and then the other place. There's a system, an ecosystem that is not at the pro level, that is feeding that pro level. We don't have that in Africa.
We don't have that in Nigeria, but we have that in other African. That's my point. Like Nigeria is not the only. I know that we're the most populous, and we like to
True,
assume that
true,
we're Africa, but
true,
we're not.
true.
I know
Nigeria
that
doesn't have that
Morocco.
system. Yes.
I know that
To be
Morocco over
to
the
be honest, I don't
past.
know
I don't know
shit
about the
about
whole North
Morocco.
Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morocco over the past 5 to maybe 10 years, they've pumped in a lot of cash into developing football in there.
Also, Egypt is Africa, oh, by the way. Like, let's also add that the fact that Egypt is also in Africa.
Oh yeah.
So they have
waiting the Egypt.
no,
Waiting the Egypt.
they've made significant.
Egypt is Nigeria.
No, I'm talking about like investing, like having soccer,
Okay.
in environment and all of that. I'm not talking about like who they are. I'm just like, if you're talking about academies and having things that feel into the pro, those countries have it. They might not be great. That's not the conversation. It's the infrastructure is there, but also, they might not be as great again as maybe an England. But if you're comparing to say
Exactly.
Brazil, you will probably be getting the same kind of infrastructure.
So with what you're saying, Tiara, are you saying that African teams have underperformed? Not Nigeria, I'm talking about African teams. Since they invest.
No, I don't think they have underperformed. I think that the problem here is a lot bigger than we're looking at it. It's not the underperformance, it's also like where the African people would rather play, which is also very important, by the way. Because I was having this conversation with my friend, I was saying that like from like a very young age, a lot of people scout people from Africa as footballers, and maybe at 6 they immigrate to Netherlands and all of a sudden they're representing Netherlands, or they immigrate to England that all of a sudden they're representing England, or like they are in France instead of them being in Cote d'Ivoire. And so now they're playing, like you're giving your best talent out. And it's not just in football, it's in everything. And so these countries are coming up and looking like that the best things after sliced bread. But if like you dive deep, you see that they actually stole the talent. No, I'm not still. They made the talents, they made the talent more, more interesting to stay in for the talent. I guess that's it. I was like, yeah, that's what it is. It's not, and it's not just football. It's just like unfortunate focusing on these things and not looking deeper. Like if you, everybody in the World Cup is mostly black. Like if you look at all the great teams, all of them, where did they get them from? Where are you getting these people from? Is the question.
I agree. Like at the end of the day, even the people that are looking like, oh, they developed their talent, that they're still coming to Africa to drag, it's just the sad thing about Africa. Like when you think about it, there's I can't remember that guy. There's this actor guy that whenever he comes on, he won an Oscar or an Emmy one time, and then he came on the stage and he said some crazy black power kind of made one black power kind of speech like that everybody was talking about. I don't know the guy's name, but I saw him doing an interview one time or recently, and he was like, this whole thing is about access. Do you get, like, you people say, oh, Africa is backward, or civilization, we haven't invented anything, or we haven't done anything. But the truth is, it's about access. You haven't allowed us access in many spheres, right? So now let's take America as a microcosm. Immediately they said, okay, we can allow some black guys in baseball. Black guys entered baseball and won all the records. Same thing in basketball, same thing in any sport. In music, they said, okay, go and do jazz. And they went, and this Miles Davis created something. And you get, like, anywhere we get access, we thrive. Where you see, where you
level playing field.
A level playing
field.
So it's about access. It's the same thing you're seeing in football. We don't have infrastructure, but it's the Africans that you're coming to thief, come and win your World Cups.
Yeah, that's
across everywhere. You get, like, every country. So it's just sad. It just makes you realize that if we had a few marbles leading everywhere in Africa, it should just be a different story. Like, anyway, let's go.
Be fair. Also, to be fair, let me just I need to add to that all of us that are speaking here now, all of us also went and took the easy path out. So like I can't 100% say that if we had people leading, because if all the people that had sense are leaving, who were you hoping to leave in Nigeria to lead you? Who are you hoping to
You.
leave?
Wait,
I was waiting.
this
You. I was
this
waiting
thing.
for. I hope you will stay behind to lead. That was what I was hoping for.
See, no,
You.
no, 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 no,
Going back. I
no.
told you, I'm
I
going
don't.
back.
I don't
You
agree
told
with that. I don't agree with that. You know why?
Right.
But this is a whole other conversation. This conversation is
Let's have
a
it.
whole.
Let's have it.
See,
That's why we're here. Let's have this conversation.
my theory is this:
Okay, so
that a
B,
smart.
hold that
Okay,
thought.
okay.
So
Let me
we're
hold.
gonna use that, what you're saying now, to segue to our first discussion. I'm sure you heard about the YC. It's not a controversy where YC was talking about the Olodo uprising and what it augurs for Nigeria and the Nigerian intellectuals versus the Nigerian Olodos,
Yeah,
whereby Nigerians are dumbing down so that the unintellectual or the Olodos can feel safe. And so with that in mind, that's our first discussion. With that in mind, continue the thought processes that you were
yeah. What I wanted to say on that was that this is a whole other conversation where I think that ever since the meeting of civilizations, right? Ever since the meeting of civilizations, like when Black people were in their place and some people came to Africa and those civilizations met, right? The manner of that meeting, which was basically gunpowder, like force, right? After that meeting, everything from then has been a how do I put so in order to after they conquered the place, in order to maintain the system of control that they established, they had to pick the worst of us, the worst of Africans, like the scoundrel. Like let's say you had a family and there are 5 children, right? In order to govern that family, you need the scoundrel that doesn't care about his family. If one we no send in papa, we no send in brothers and sisters, we no send. You have to uplift that scoundrel, empower him, brainwash him, and put him in charge of the 4 sane ones. So now, if you have that situation in perpetuity since the meeting of civilizations, what do you expect?
I don't agree with you. Let me just be clear.
I know. See, that's why I said it's a whole conversation.
You know why I
It's a
don't agree?
whole conversation.
You're saying that
That's why we're here to have it. Tiara, fire.
the
No,
reason why
so to tie it back into what you said about the YC thing, right? It's just the same thing. It's just the same. Like if you have the scoundrel, so to speak, that has neglected education, neglected any systems that reward hard work purposefully, like absolutely purposefully. It's not in unintentional. They are purposely for the last 60 years refusing to invest in education in Nigeria. Is purposeful. Is their employees. Do you understand? So if you have built a system where nobody's rewarding education, nobody's rewarding 5 years in school and doing your practicals and writing your exams and getting 5 points. Nobody, the whole system. Only if you jackpot, you will get fruits out of that thing. Only if you don't jackpot, the system that you will be graduating into is Peller economy. You understand?
But
What you
is
expect?
Peller the victim or the villain here?
Peller is not a victim and he's not a villain. Peller is the innovator. See, that's why I said, you see us now.
Peller.
Us we
Oh, sorry,
jackpot.
sorry. Wait,
Everybody we
boss. Let me just put this, and you continue. Peller is just using the lemons that the system gave him to make his lemonade. That's how I see it. The system has bent him over and gone into him from behind. And
It
he's
bent
just
all of
making the
us.
best out of a yes, bent everybody. And it's just make he in particular. The system is rubbish, but he is just making the best out of a terrible situation. Now, where I fault him is when he doesn't he has made his lemonade, but instead of trying to uplift himself a bit, he's just saying, well, the rest of y'all, middle
Why
fingers
would
to
he?
y'all and all that.
Why
But
would he?
he is
Why
well,
would he?
in a way, you can't blame him because broken systems will bring out broken people.
Yeah.
So what do you expect from him?
But the question I'd ask to that is, why would he? Why would he uplift himself? See, like it's like all of us here. It's like everyone here that has jackpot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We are not victims. We're people that read the goddamn tea leaves.
Yes.
Peller read the goddamn tea leaves. I no get education. But if I show my asshole on this camera phone, people will click.
I can make a living.
I can make millions a week. Click. Light bulb. You understand? It's just, see, the people that jackpot, the people like Peller, the people that make the best out of the system are just the people that read the tea leaves and clicked quick. The problem is the system. This system. And the problem is there's so much miseducation, brainwashing that the people that are left, the ones that haven't read the tea leaves yet, you can't even tell them that, oh, my, these tea leaves, we got to fight for them.
But how do you fix the system from your apartment there up north?
Emma, there's no fixing for me and you and us. Ain't no fixing. See, we are new citizens. We moved. we
Oh,
moved. We're in another party. We're grooving to another party. That party there is sentimental reasons that is still within you. It's sentimental. It's that your family is still out there. That's what's
That's not
holding.
true. They're still in Nigeria, like,
Tiara, let's
No.
hear your own.
Oh yeah,
Let me hear
Tiara,
you.
talk.
So first,
Talk.
I think the first thing I wanted to counter was that you said, like, for the white people to keep balance, they had to pick the scoundrels to lead. But America initially was created by scoundrels. So, like, you can't say that it's because they are like, that's not an excuse, because the people that came to America were all criminals. All of them from Europe were all fucking criminals. Not even like the good one that just did petty theft, like horrible human beings, for lack of a better word. But see what they've made out of it. Like, there shouldn't be an excuse that, for instance, right? I don't know, maybe in my family, if like the person that does not have sense is the one leading, most of us will have killed him. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, but that's what my father said that should lead the family. He will be dead. Like, ASAP, he might never have made it to teenage age. You will have been fucking, we have poisoned him because he probably doesn't even know what poison is.
So that's where the second thing comes, but finish.
That's one. So, two is I don't think that the Olodo movement is a Nigerian problem. I think just generally intelligence is going down, and it's because of access to social media. And like, we can go into it. We've talked about this on the podcast before you came. There's the Dunning-Kruger effect that's always going to take place. The people that don't have sense will always be the ones to talk the loudest. And if you, as an intellectual, as an individual, don't check yourself, sometimes you just take it. Like, if you even like the way AI is responding to answers now, you can see that it's still the Olodo movement that is going. So sometimes things that Google would have just told you straight up was the answer. If you ask AI, it will tell you something wrong because it's taking the data from large sets of data, and a lot of the large set of data are noisy data from people that don't have sense, because the people that will talk are people that don't have sense. People that have sense will think about it and be like, I probably shouldn't be talking because I don't have enough context. But people that don't have sense or don't even have any SME or any intelligence in the matter would be the one that would be the loudest and tell you, you know what, you should drink bleach if you have COVID. So it's not a Nigerian problem. Like if you look at when Kim Kardashian came into limelight, it was for something ridiculous, and that's America. Like that's America. That's family. She didn't do anything significantly better with her life or the people around her, right? Like yeah, she went into makeup, beautiful, but it's not. I don't like it when we're focusing on like the Nigerian people. I see it's a peculiar problem. I think the problem is just like a general decay of intelligence, and it is what it is. That's the end of my TED talk.
So how do we fix this?
How do you fix it? No, no, like strong men
Uh,
give birth to weak children, and weak children give birth to strong men. It's just life.
Sorry, I wanted to say something about what Tia said, like how you said if the scoundrel is leading the family, if somebody puts scoundrel to lead the family, then the rest of the people who just say this guy is a scoundrel and kill him, right? But
Or
for them to do that, what do they need to be?
sensible.
United. They need to be
United.
united.
No, I don't agree. One person can kill one person. It doesn't have to. I don't have to unite with you to think that you're scoundrel and off you.
But
Like that's the
but
beautiful thing.
but no. So if
You need the
if you say
buy-in.
one
You
person
need the
just kills
buy-in.
the other person, the other three people say, "Why are you killing the brother now?
If
Why are
it's
you
short
killing
for
and
him?"
you, try
apart
and
from
ask
that,
me so many times. I'll
apart
off you.
apart
Do
apart
you get
from
so?
that, Big Brother is watching because Big Brother put the
Do you
scoundrel
get?
there.
Do you
If you
get?
touch the scoundrel,
Do you
Big
get?
Brother will wield the big stick
Big brother will
to
use
stay
the
in line.
cooking
Okay.
pot on your head. Do you get? So
Exactly.
that's the second level. The second level is you put the scoundrel,
And then
then
you
you disunite the rest. Religion, class, male, female, poverty, language, tribe, just scatter their head. They can't agree on anything. If anybody says, come, let's all try and kick this scoundrel out. You use another tribe, one thing, knock everybody head. We're back to nonsense.
but this
That's
is
what
not
it is.
a Nigerian problem. It has happened in India. India is very divided, but again, they are
No,
between they're
no,
extremely they're more
India.
divided than we are.
They're rising above.
Hold on.
They're rising above their own
They are
divisions.
actually more
Wait, hold
divided
on,
than
hold
we are.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. What's India's division? Where's
Like
the
language, caste, color, sex, gender. How please they have plenty things that is disturbing their life. At least all of us are black.
well,
Like let's not
I don't know enough about India
they have caste.
to counter.
They have
So
people that like you can't
I
even marry.
concede.
Like it's
So are you saying
to be
there are
fair,
Olodos
there
are
are
more than
1.4 million of them. So it
1.4
just
they
makes
billion.
have
sense that they will have
more
1.4
critical
billion.
mass of
just by the
Olodos?
numbers. Like, and it's not a race thing, it's just the more you add, the more of one thing that you have.
But it's I agree with you that every country has them, but it's the critical mass when in let me go medical now. When the conditions are right, anaerobes will thrive. Meaning, I'm saying where like, there are organisms that like oxygen and there are organisms that don't like oxygen. When the environment is right, those anaerobes will come and they will thrive. They will populate they will knock out everything else. So, but Nigeria's problem has been it's not today started. It's been going on for decades, for a long time. And I disagree with your statement that America was built by
Who
No, no.
scoundrels.
hates
What she
America?
said.
Really? I don't think so.
No, Nigeria. America actually.
You're talking about Australia, about America was built by people who ran away for because they wanted religious freedom. No, that's
No, I
probably
think
Australia. It was people
another thing is
fleeing religious freedom. You're talking about Australia, but even if you go into the nitty gritty of it,
exactly,
the people who wrote this
exactly. I
constitution,
wanted to make that point.
who decided on this system
I
of
wanted to make
government,
that point
this way of life,
that the
Were
they are not
they?
Columbus
really
Do
types.
we want to
Hold
scoundrels.
go
on,
They are
into the
really
people that
smart
actually wrote
see,
your
people.
constitution and then go into the
hold on.
constitution they wrote and
The
see if they were really
Columbus
smart?
types. Exactly.
No, they were not perfect, but they
Peller
were
is not the
not
one writing
the
your
likes of
constitution.
Peller.
if you go back to the people that wrote your constitution in the first place, you would also
That's
say
what we
that
are saying. We
they
have come to
seemingly
a
had
place.
some
We have come to a
intelligence.
point.
I totally agree with what the lady is saying.
Ni-
Peller is not the one writing the constitution.
Niger,
Fabio,
Niger is a
Ike, they are both
kakistocracy.
lawyers.
A kakistocracy. Ni-
Most of these people
but
are
they are
learned. So
scoundrels.
what are we talking about?
Oh, learned scoundrels. So in the words of the great Igodomigodo, Nigeria is a kakistocracy, a kakistobobocracy, a system of governance or government where it's a government
And
for the
So how do
top
we
to
and
solve it?
Tiara's
worse for
point,
the
How do we
poor.
to
solve
Tiara's
it?
point, to
We
Tiara's
are
point,
we are bad people.
to Tiara's point, she
You
said the
want solving?
scoundrels created America. I don't agree. The scoundrels landed in America and murdered the
New leader.
natives, right? Then
Mhm.
after that wave, after the natives were conquered, a second level, the guys that wrote the Constitution came up.
Where they
And
come
it
from?
wasn't the scoundrels. It wasn't the scoundrels. It was
No, tell me where you feel they came from.
people that came from after the guy don't kill all the natives. The people that now say, oh, there are no more natives. Okay, let's go.
So they immigrated from Europe
Yes.
again to come and
Yes.
write the
So
constitution.
not the scoundrels per se, but yeah. It's a
Me, I'm
long
interested in how to
conversation.
solve the Nigerian one. That's all me I want to know. All this.
See, Nigeria. So the Niger problem started long ago. First of all, weaponization of poverty. So now all of you have run. You have
If I
jackpot.
say
Some of you
what the
have
solution
jackpot
is going
that.
to be, everybody here will go cry.
But see it. Let's hear it.